Google's been reimagining what a Chromebook would be for the past several years. The fruition of all that effort is the Pixel Slate. It's a Chrome tablet and it's an Android tablet, and it does a really good job at both. Let's take a good look at it. When you see that Google's made a Chromebook, you expect at least one thing: for it to be incredibly well built. The Pixel Slate sports a 12.3-inch molecular LCD display. That's patented by Google, by the way. It also has a fingerprint sensor, which any good tablet, Android, Chrome, or otherwise should have. It's also ridiculously thin, and for a 12-inch tablet, it's really light. Of course, Google also makes two vital accessories. The first is a pen, like we saw for the original Pixel Book, and a keyboard cover, folio style. The model that Google sent us has an 8th generation Intel Core i5 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of storage. All of that fits inside a chassis that's only 7 millimeters thick. There are also several other options available, starting at $599 for an Intel Celeron version, going the whole way up to $1,600 for an 8th generation Intel Core i7 and a whopping 256 gigabytes of storage. Needless to say, the model that Google sent us really flies. It just chews through everything we've thrown at it, just as you would expect it to do with that much hardware under the glass. Let's talk for a moment about that 12.3-inch molecular LCD display. The picture is incredibly sharp thanks to that 3000 by 2000 resolution. The colors are spot on. The display really is one of the best we've ever seen until you get it out in the bright sun. It has a bit of a glare problem. Not sure if that's a coating over the glass or part of being molecular. And of course, it also has 10-finger multi-touch and support for the Pixelbook Pen. Once you've got the tablet booted up and everything's running, you may notice a slightly tweaked and new version of Chrome. While it's attached to the keyboard, the user interface looks pretty much the same as what we have now. With no keyboard attached, the new UI looks a lot like Apple's iPad. That's not a bad thing. It's easy to navigate through the interface to see your shortcuts or documents or apps or anything else you might have on the Chromebook. Chrome's undergone a lot of changes in the past year or so, and the Pixel Slate seems to be the culmination of all that work. On the software side, the Pixel Slate is really nice. Because of how the interface changes when you remove the keyboard and the size and the general shape of the device, you'll notice that it's a tablet. It's meant to be a tablet. It's not a Chromebook that you can flip over off the hinges and use it like a tablet with the keys on the back. This is Google's new tablet. And it does a really good job. You have a desktop version of the Chrome browser. That means you can install extensions or you can visit the Chrome Web Store. And it also runs Android apps from Google Play, so you have the best of both worlds. When you match up the great hardware of the Pixel Slate, the slightly tweaked version of Chrome that makes it better to use with your fingers, and the apps you already use and you already love, the Pixel Slate is one hell of a good tablet. It's also a really big tablet. Unless you've used a big tablet like the bigger iPad or one of Samsung's 12-inch models, you're really in for a shocker the first time you pick this thing up. It's beautiful and it runs the apps you love, but it's also really, really big. There is a thing we really didn't like about the Pixel Slate though, and that's its lapability factor, or lack of. The keyboard cover didn't ship with the Pixel. It's a $199 accessory, and like most people, I thought that was a strange decision. But now that I've used it for a while, I'm okay with that. This wasn't meant to be a convertible or a 2-in-1 or a laptop. This was meant to be a tablet. But let's be honest, there are going to be times where it'd be great to have a keyboard paired with the Slate. And unless you're sitting at a desk or a table and everything is just the right height, you're not going to love it. The magnetic cover is infinitely adjustable. You can get the screen at just about any angle you want. But it's also very top heavy, and unless the entire bottom is well supported, it's not going to sit still, and the experience is bad. I think the worst thing about this is it didn't have to be this way. We've already seen Microsoft Surface Go. Granted, it's a smaller device, but the way the cover attaches makes it really easy to use it on your lap. We wish the Slate had been the same way. If you buy the keyboard because sometimes you do need a keyboard, you will be happy to know that it's a good keyboard. It has circular, backlit, and very quiet keys with just enough travel throw to type comfortably. It attaches easily and there's no fiddly wireless setup. Just snap it in and off you go. You can't help but compare the Pixel Slate to last year's Pixel Book. The display is about the same size, but that's where the similarity really ends. It comes down to the experience you want. If you want a tablet, the Pixel Slate is a much better device. If you want a laptop, the Pixel Book is the better choice. Kind of great how they have a device for each category, isn't it? The Pixel Slate might be one of the best tablets you can buy today, but it's not the only tablet you can buy today. We've seen HP in particular offer models that are detachable that make a great tablet and a great laptop, and at a much lower price. The old adage, you get what you pay for, has to come to mind. Sometimes that's true and sometimes it's not. In this case, it's a little different. If you're willing to pay Google's price, you do get hardware that's out of this world and a generation at least newer than anything any of the competition is using. If that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to have to pay for. The Pixel Slate is for you. We always ask ourselves, did Google get it right? I think they did because of the expectations they had for the Pixel Slate. They're not trying to sell millions and millions of these. This is a halo device to show the world how good a Chrome tablet can be. And at that, it's an astounding success.